Well, I'm in the woods again, but this time I'm gonna be doing some hammock camping. There is a lot of rain on the forecast, so I should probably get to making my shelter. A little low. Oh man, this is comfy. Oh. Oh. Okay, so there's not quite enough rope to go around this big tree to cover my hammock fully. So I'm just gonna tie a simple square knot to combine these two ropes. And for the knot, I'm just gonna do a bank hitch. This knot, I'm just gonna do a simple taut line hitch. This will allow me to adjust the tension to make the tarp tight. There we go. Shelter's pretty much set up. I'll move this other side over before I go to bed. But yeah, now I need to go make a fire. Well, this is the first week where the high has been over 32 for a while. So everything is just soaked with all this melting snow. They're really annoying. Woo. Oh my. Okay, so it's a little wet, and just to make sure I get my fire started, I'm gonna use this little homemade fire starter. It's just wax and lighter fluid. We just melted them together on low heat and stuck them in this cotton nose plug. I'll spread this cotton apart. Take my magnesium, take my ferro rod, a lot of this wood is pretty wet, so it's gonna give off a lot of smoke. Whew, it's smoky. Move you around so you're not engulfed in smoke. Okay, the fire's really going now, that's good. I'm gonna put some of these wet sticks, big pieces of wood by the fire. It'll dry them out. One thing that I'm gonna do right now, when it hasn't rained yet, is go collect some dry wood for tomorrow morning. It's gonna be cold, like 30 degrees tomorrow morning, and it's gonna be raining. So I do not wanna have to try to get up out of my sleeping bag and look for dry sticks in the morning. So I'm gonna go do that right now. Whenever I'm at camp, I always like to let my sleeping bag and its insulation kind of air out so it works better at night. I normally like to set it up at least an hour before I go to bed. Okay, it's maybe a little overkill for backpacking or even camping, but I brought this little griddle thing. We're gonna try to cook on it. I do need to run down to the river and grab some water to boil, so I'm gonna go do that. For dinner tonight, having some more homemade chili for my grandma. Yeah, this is the first camp out where it's not like freezing out. It was like 50 today. It's about 45 right now, so it's pretty warm. If you want a good tasting meal, go out in the woods and make a meal. Any meal you make out in the woods is automatically 10 times better than any meal you make inside. Got some hot chocolate mix. I'm gonna make myself some hot chocolate. I just heard like a few raccoons, like almost like laughing. So, yeah. And these woods do not have good history with raccoons. They got into my food one time, and I was super mad. So I'll have to make sure I keep my food secure, defend it from the raccoons. As much as I like winter camping, the cold was kind of getting to me. My coldest night this year was like -7, but I'm kind of ready for the spring and the warm weather. But the one thing I'm not ready for is bugs. I don't like bugs, especially like bees. I don't like bees. I'm not looking forward to that, but I am looking forward to the warm weather. So, my grandma also made some no-bake cookies. So, really good. I don't think I'm gonna do the hot water bottle trick. If it was getting cold, what I would do is pour some pretty hot water into a plastic water bottle, like a Nalgene, and put it in my sleeping bag before I go to bed. And then the water bottle will give off heat, and it'll warm my sleeping bag up, and then when I get in, it'll keep me warm as well. So, but it's not cold enough tonight to do that. So that was some good hot chocolate. Yeah. Guys, look at this. It's a spider. And it's still winter. Gosh, man. Well, it's getting pretty close to my bedtime, so I still need to do a few things. I need to move all those logs that I cut up underneath here so they don't get wet during the rainstorm that's coming. And then I need to brush my teeth. But I didn't bring a toothbrush, so we're gonna have to figure that out. Yeah. I've never brushed my teeth without a toothbrush before, but I've seen other people do it. What you do is you grab some type of green stick. See, it's still green. You need a green stick because you're gonna need, some type of brush, or like the little fibers. They're gonna stick out and act as a brush in there. So you're gonna need a green stick, not a dead stick. You're just gonna shave off the bark. You're just gonna bite into this and chew on it, and the fibers will start to spread out. I don't know what tree this is, but it tastes like a breakfast burrito from McDonald's. It's weird. So it kind of looks like a toothbrush, I guess. And then you're supposed to grab some charcoal. So I'm gonna try to find a piece that's not red hot. Okay, I got my charcoal. Set that down on the ground. Got my water. Just kind of crush the charcoal up in your hand. Pour some water into it. Oh yeah. Take your toothbrush. Get it nice and charcoaly. And then brush your teeth. I've heard like people doing this. I've never brushed my teeth like this before. It's kind of cool. And it doesn't taste bad or anything. Then I'm gonna rinse it out with some water. I mean, they feel clean. They feel like I just brushed my teeth, so that's good. So yeah, so that's how you brush your teeth in the woods when you have forgotten your toothbrush. Now I gotta go clean off my hand. Well, I'm just chilling here, enjoying my night when this guy decided to show up, and he is right next to my fire, my campsite. What's up, buddy? No, don't come down. Don't even come down. You are not gonna want to come down. You know what? You can come down, but you're gonna find out really quick who you're messing with. Okay? Guys, not good. Another spider. Too many spiders on this camp out. Yo, that's so weird. No, okay, do not go into my bag. Nope. Sorry, no bag for you. Okay, so another thing I have to do before I go to bed is make a little drip line. So when it rains outside, water's gonna, hit this tarp, and I'll be safe. But water's also gonna hit this line right here from the tree, and it's gonna seep down, and then it's gonna get into my hammock. So I'm gonna tie a little knot, and then now, instead of going into my hammock, hopefully it'll hit this and go down. And I also have this right here, so it should be fine. I'm gonna go do that to the other side. This is my food bag. Everything that has food in it is in here, and I don't want any animals to get to it. That raccoon. So I've also got a big stick. What I'm gonna do is tie a knot around this log. There we go. Okay, now you need to find a tree branch like that. Take your log. Oh, okay, that one was short. Oh my gosh. Please give me some grace. Oh, okay. This is pretty embarrassing. Whoa. Now I've got my log right here, sitting over this branch. I'm gonna take my food bag, tie it to this paracord, grab a stake. Make sure that bag is up high enough. Put your stake in the ground, and that's how you keep your food away from any animals that want to take it, like a raccoon. So I was putting this bag up in the air, and I realized, I don't have a dry bag to keep all my food in, which is a mistake, and I will not forget next time. But luckily this has a pretty good seal. It's not waterproof, but with the bag, the lid was off, so I'm just gonna try this. Hopefully it does a better job, and yeah, I guess we'll be able to tell in the morning. Well, I can definitely feel the temperature starting to drop. I'm gonna throw on this jacket before I go to bed. I'm also gonna throw on a shiesty. You can't really breathe in your sleeping bag to keep your face warm, or else the moisture from your breath will cause your sleeping bag to get really cold. So the extra clothes I don't end up wearing, I normally put them in a stuff sack like this and use them as my pillow. Well guys, it's pretty late, getting close to my bedtime, so I'm just gonna relax in this hammock for a while and try to fall asleep. It is really comfortable in here. I used to camp out all the time in hammocks when I was younger with my dad and my grandpa, but yeah, I haven't camped out in a hammock in a long time, so it is really comfortable. So yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep, and I will see you guys in the morning. Good night. Well, it's about 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, it's just been raining like this. It's honestly just really relaxing being up off the ground and being able to listen to the rain like this, knowing that I'm completely dry. But yeah, I'm gonna try to head back to bed and see you guys in the morning. Whenever you put on your boots in the morning, you gotta make sure there's no spiders in them. because, yeah, you don't want any bugs or spiders in your boots. Well, here's the pot that I hung up last night. It's time to see if it's dry in there. It's mostly dry. Okay. There is. Okay. No, it got pretty wet. Now it's time to make a fire. So let's go do that. The inside of these big logs are dry, so you can split them apart and get some dry sticks for your fire. For breakfast, got some usual cowboy coffee with some bread, and I got eggs, so we're gonna be eating good this morning. So I got some oil that I'm gonna put in here. Well, we got scrambled eggs. That is really good. Brought a little bit of maple syrup. Okay, next up on the menu, some cowboy coffee. I made a whole video on how to make cowboy coffee. It's my favorite coffee to make out here in the woods. Oh my gosh, it's a mosquito. No. Now it's time for the bread. I got some butter. I also got some syrup. That's good. Looks like my bread's done. That. That was a really good breakfast, dude. Really good breakfast. Okay, so this is the drip line that I put up, and it's a little wet, it's not bad, but this knot right here is a Venk hitch, and when you're taking down your shelter in the morning, instead of untangling a knot or whatever, this knot, you can just pull that string and it comes undone. Well, I brought this little plastic sheet to put underneath my hammock, so if I need to get up in the middle of the night and do whatever, I'm not stepping in snow and in some water. So I'm glad I brought it. This is a little overkill, maybe just a little pad that I can step on. But yeah, I'm glad I brought this. Bro, I could lay here all day. Whenever I'm packing up or just packing my bag, I always put my sleeping bag at the bottom. Then I put my extra clothes and my down booties in next. Then I'll put, this is all my recording equipment, all extra batteries and stuff. Then I'll put my cookware, anything like that in. My knife, my saw, and my hatchet. They all can go on the outside pockets like this. This is a little pad that I made at home. And it just goes on the outside pocket right here. And then I'll go ahead and take down this hammock and then put it in. I always leave one end on the very top so it's easy to take out and clip up to a tree. This is all my extra paracord and my stakes. And then I'll put my tarp in last. When it's raining out and you need to get out of the elements quickly, you want your tarp at the very top so you can take it out and hang it up. This is a tripod for my lights. And then I'll put my ground mat right with my tarp. Thank you, tree, for providing a good, sturdy shelter for the night. My ground mat, or my ground pad, this is like a Thermarest ridge rest. And it is really good at not absorbing moisture, so I really don't mind keeping it at the bottom of my bag. It doesn't take up any space, and it doesn't get in the wet. I've hiked through the rain with this thing, with this ground pad, and just like shook it off when I got to camp and it was completely dry. So it's definitely my favorite ground pad. You know, I'm glad the raccoon didn't take any of my food last night. The eggs and the bread and the coffee, they were all really good. Oh man, that was a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed that just as much as I did. If you want to see more content like that, be sure to check out the Wilderness Stronghold YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.